Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear freshers and respected viewers, Assalamu alaikum. I hope all of you are well by the grace of Almighty Allah, and I am also well. Since this is my first class with you, I would like to introduce myself to you. I am Golam Nabi, lecturer English, Nowda Azampurpur Technical and Business Management College. Today we shall learn how to change degree from positive to comparative, positive to superlative, comparative to positive, comparative to superlative, and vice versa. In your question paper, there is an item that transformation of sentences. There will be some questions and you will have to be answered the questions. Okay, and change of degree is a kind of transformation. There are three types of degrees, that is, one is positive, another is comparative, and the other is superlative. Now we shall learn how to transform one degree to another and vice versa. First of all, I have written here positive, comparative, and superlative. Okay. No other boy in the class is as good as Rana. This is positive degree. How shall we recognize positive degree? How shall we know that this sentence is positive degree? Follow me. If you see as as or so as, these two are the symbols of positive degree. Okay, and comparative degree. Rana is better than any other boy in the class. If we find then we shall say that it is before the superlative form of adjective, the is always placed. So these are the technique to identify different types of degrees. Okay, now we shall change. If there is no other in the positive degree at the beginning, okay, no other boy in the class is as good as Rana. Always from positive to comparative or superlative, we always take the last noun or pronoun as the subject of comparative or superlative. Okay, so here Rana is the last noun or pronoun, and we shall take Rana as the subject of comparative degree, and then we shall take verb is. Rana is. Then we shall take the degree, the adjective, into comparative form, better. Then if there is no other in front of the positive degree or at the beginning of the positive degree, we shall take then any other. This is very important to remind. Instead of no other, we shall take then any other. Then rest of the sentences, that means boy in the class, boy in the class. This is easily formed comparative sentence. This is easily transmitted into comparative sentence from positive, comparative degree from positive degree. Okay, now superlative. Superlative, when we transmit from positive to superlative, in the same way we shall take the last subject, that means last noun or pronoun as the subject. Rana, then verb is the. We know that in the superlative degree, the is always used. So the, and then the superlative form of good, best, and rest of the sentences. rest of the sentence. Boy in the class. Boy in the class. Here one thing is noted that no other is not placed in the comparative degree and superlative degree, because no other is the characteristic of positive degree. In the same way, then any other is not placed in the superlative degree and positive degree, because then any other is one of the characteristics of comparative degree. And in superlative degree, the and superlative form of adjective is not used in the positive and comparative degree, because the is the characteristic of superlative degree. Okay, my dear friends, in the same way you can transmit from superlative to positive. How? If we get the and superlative form of adjective, we shall take no other at first in the positive sentence, then the last portion of best, or that means superlative form of adjective, no other boy in the class, then subject, then as, then positive form of best, good, as, and then the subject is last. In the same way, we can transmit from one to another and vice versa. And one thing should be remind that if there is no other in the positive, in the comparative, then any other, and in the superlative, the plus superlative form of adjective. And come to the second, positive. If the positive is started with very few girls in the class are as beautiful as Shumana. As the first sentence, we shall take the last noun or pronoun as the subject of comparative degree. Okay, so Shumana, and then verb. Here is verb plural, because girls here plural, and in the comparative sentence the verb will be singular, because Shumana here subject is singular. Okay, Shumana is more beautiful than most other. Mind it, than most other. In the first sentence, than any other, because there is no other. And in the second sentence, very few in the positive degree. So we shall take than most other in the comparative degree, and then rest of the rest part of the sentences, girls in the class. And now superlative. In the same way, at first we shall take subject, last noun or pronoun. Chumana is one of the. In the first technique, we have used the, and here one of the, because there is very few at the beginning of the positive degree and then most other in the comparative degree. So if there is very few at the beginning of the positive degree and there is then most other in the comparative degree, we shall use one of the in the superlative degree, one of the most beautiful girls in the class. Here I have used most because beautiful is a word of more than one syllable. That's why we have used here most, and in comparative degree more. Okay, thank you very much. And in the same way, we can change from superlative to comparative and positive, comparative to superlative and positive. We should remind that very few in the positive degree, then most other in the comparative degree, and one of the in superlative degree. Okay, now come to the third technique. Rana is as tall as Raju. If there is comparison between two persons or two things, this sentence will not be transmitted into superlative degree. Okay. So, as the first sentence, we shall take the last noun or pronoun as subject of comparative. Okay. Raju is not. Raju is not if the given sentence, the positive degree is in affirmative form, then we shall use negative not in the comparative degree. Okay. Raju is not taller than Rana. Taller, the comparative form of tall. Actually, if there is a comparison between two persons or two things, this sentence will not be transmitted into superlative degree. Now, fourth technique, positive. Kamal is not as intelligent as Jamal. As the same of the first sentence, we shall take Jamal, the last noun or pronoun, the last noun as subject of comparative degree. Jamal is more intelligent than Kamal if the given sentence is negative. If the positive sentence is negative, then the comparative sentence will be positive. So, Jamal is more intelligent than Kamal. Okay? Does it make sense? Have you understood, my dear students? I hope all of you have understood, and I think if you keep watching the video, then you will understand easily. And I ask all of you to watch all the videos of every teachers in our college, and I hope that you will be able to develop your skill in every subject by watching videos. And no more today. Thank you very much. Thank you all.